Welcome back, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Driven on Styling Radio, and we are here, finally here. And yeah, so we spent the last hour talking about who Taco is and what makes Taco work. You know?
Bad batteries.
Bad batteries.
Yeah, bad batteries make me work.
That ain't no shit. Talking about sitting in the back of a mini truck, driving to Kansas City with a keg of beer.
Right.
That is always, I will say one thing. We were younger. We drank a fucking lot. Nowadays, hell, you drink one time a year.
Right. And you know what's funny? Because I'm getting into buying a lot of whiskey, but I haven't found my palate yet. So it's like I've got 4 or 5. I haven't been buying whiskey very long, but I've got like 4 or 5 bottles of $60, $70 whiskey that I absolutely fucking hate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like...
So when we have our Christmas party or Turkey Day party, bonfire here,
yeah,
there's going to be a lot of whiskey being passed around.
Yeah, just to get it used up, Yeah, it's interesting because when I was younger, I drank a lot. And then as I got older, it's like I lost the taste for it.
Yeah.
Because somebody handed me something at a party not too long ago, and I took a drink of it, and I'm like, this shit fucking sucks. And they're like, yeah, it's a $500 bottle. And I'm like, well, somebody got ripped off.
Right. Yeah. When I was younger, 18, 19 years old in high school, going to parties, I was drinking basically to get drunk, like all high school kids did. And then as I got older, I would, still, I didn't drink often, but when I did, I drank a lot.
Yeah.
Unlike my dad and my brother, they're alcoholics. I mean, they both drink so much that their face turns red.
Yeah.
From the alcohol. But, and it's like my brother doesn't fucking know he's drunk.
Some people do that.
He showed up to the fucking hospital when my mom had a stroke. And he showed up to the hospital drunk. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? But anyway, that's enough about that. I'm not trying to.
Well, everybody's got their family things, and
it's not necessarily anything anyone needs to hear about.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that I don't drink but one time a year, and during the time I'm drinking, and I'll know when I'm getting too drunk to be fucking walking. I've got atrophy in my left leg from the car accident I had in 95. And, the brain surgery and all that good stuff. And only drinking once a year, I'll get drunk so fucking fast. It won't take maybe not even half a bottle of whiskey to get me, like, I can't walk drunk. And I'll be on that fucking tractor throwing wood on that pile.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, when we were younger, this was back in the day, we drank a lot. Nowadays, I mean, even Frosty doesn't drink that much, you know what I'm saying? And that's surprising, And,
yeah.
I guess because, we all got back together as a club and we're all adults and it's like, well, I'll have 1 or 2 beers. We were at Relax and Taco had alcohol. And he's like, here,
I bought it for you.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want a beer? You want a beer? And he sat down, and I'm like, so here's the test. I'm like, you're not going to drink? You're not going to have a beer with us? No. I only drink once a year. And I'm like, fuck, this motherfucker's really sticking to this deal.
Yeah, not really interested. And the thing was, I bought those beers as kind of a joke because I didn't know who was going to show up. Because I had a Lime-A-Rita at Hot Shot's house a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had 8 Lime-A-Ritas. And I was just talking so much shit. I was fucking drunker than hell. And so I was looking for Lime-A-Ritas, but all I found was Bud Light Lime. So I just bought a 6-pack.
Yeah, and you know what? I've never had a Bud Light Lime, and it wasn't bad. I mean, You know, because I drink, what, 2 beers at relaxing, and that's my limit. I'm done, you know, I mean.
Well, it's certainly no Newcastle.
No,
But,
no, it definitely is not.
I used to love me some Newcastle. The milkshake of beers.
Oh, yeah. Do they even still make that?
I think so. Oh, the funniest fucking thing was I bought a mini keg, Newcastle mini keg. Do you remember those?
Uh-huh.
And my family used to meet up at Mark Twain Lake every year, and we had a big bonfire. And so I emptied the mini keg and I threw it on top of the fire, and it was standing straight up and down. And you know it's got that CO2 canister inside it.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear this thing start pinging. It's just like hot metal building pressure. And the bottom of that little mini keg blew out. And that fucking keg took off. And we didn't see it land or hear it land. Well, the next morning, we found it in a tree 100 feet away from the bonfire pit.
No shit.
About 60 feet in the air. Oh, it was the funniest shit. It's probably still there, actually.
It just grew. It just become part of the tree and just kept growing.
It's like bing, bing. You can hear it just building pressure. And it's boom, blue sparks everywhere. Fucking ashes went everywhere. And it was the funniest shit ever. But yeah, we found it the next day. It was pretty funny. And I still look for those mini kegs. I know they had a Heineken mini keg and a Newcastle mini keg. But they don't make those anymore, unfortunately. Or I'd get one and put it on the bonfire.
Just make sure it's pointing straight up.
Yeah, I remember back in the fucking 70s when I was a little kid, my dad used to drink Olympia. And, you know, the steel cans with the pull tabs,
Mm-hmm.
they would blow up so loud when you throw them on a bonfire. But now these little aluminum cans we got, they ain't shit. But I did figure out the aluminum bottles blow up like the old steel cans.
Yeah, they do.
It sounds like a gun going off. It's pretty fun. So I'll buy like a 6-pack of those and just throw on a fire randomly, just to wake people up, you know.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's funny.
Yeah, because when you've had your bonfires, how many people from the club actually come out? Because Hotshot was there.
Yeah, it was the 1 year Kevin Powers was there, Hotshot was there, Doug was there. Hotshot and Doug and Tim. No, Tim doesn't come out. But Hotshot and Tim, or Hotshot and Doug, usually always come out. Doug brings his kids out, or I wouldn't say kid, but because he's 21 now or some shit. But Nash comes out, and and then there's a couple other people, you know, that I've known forever.
Yeah.
I invite a lot of people, but not a lot of people show up. You know, maybe I'll have maybe 10 people there, but it's always fun because we're all just, we're not,
shit.
You know how wherever you go, like car shows, parties, where everybody hangs out in their little cliques.
Mm-hmm.
But with there only being 10 or 15 people there, we're all just watching me stack wood on the fire. And those motherfuckers, they do it to me every time. They're like, hey, you know, this could probably be hotter if you put this log here. I was like, you know, and I'm like, motherfucker, this is my fire. This is my tractor. This is my wood.
I'm going to stack it the way I want it.
And I literally put each piece of wood in a certain spot because I've been doing it so long and I know what's going to work best for me. But I can only stay off that tractor for like 3 minutes at a time because it just burns me up. I'm thinking, I know this could be hotter. I gotta fucking do it. And so I'll get on there. And a little backstory here is I live in a small town in Illinois, and there's a tree service, and there's a property behind me that I had permission to clear out. So I dig this 4-foot deep hole. Since we're only allowed to have a fire like, I think 36 inches or whatever above the ground. So I dug a 4-foot deep hole. So my fires are like 5 feet. And then I'll start the fire at like noon. So it'll be just blazing, you know, full of this hole, be full of coals. And so the tree guy in town, he comes and just dumps all his trees. And I mean, I have a fucking log back there so big, I'm going to have to move it with my truck.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. I've been over here, people. I've seen...
It's like 5 foot in diameter, this thing is.
Yeah, because you sent me a video of it, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of wood. Then when I went over there that day, and I had dinner with you and your wife, and I was like, you're like, yeah, we've got enough wood for the bonfire. And I'm like, well, I fucking hope so. Like, for 10 bonfires, you know? You're like, well, you don't know how I burn wood.
Yeah, I'll burn... You know, I might even have a bonfire before then, so if somebody wants to come out for like a 2-day deal.
2-day deal. This will be the pre-bonfire to get you ready for the bonfire.
I always have a pre-bonfire just for me and my wife, and then she's like, "Yeah, fuck this, I'm going to the house." So I usually sit out there till like 2 or 3 in the morning by myself, enjoying my fire by myself.
Just burn, baby, burn.
And my fires are not small. I have a Mazda Tribute, and I had a stack of wood so big, but it didn't look big because you couldn't tell in a picture. So I parked my Mazda Tribute next to it, and it was like 3 foot taller than my car. And that, you know, then people are like, holy shit, this guy ain't fucking around.
Yeah. Yeah, there's reason why there's city ordinances, you know, about how tall the fire.
Well, I live kind of like right on the outskirts of town. So
you can get away with it one night a year.
Yeah.
So, but on that note, guys, we're going right back into music. You're listening to The Driven Show on Stylin' Radio. We'll be right back.